Chiquita, give me a hand with these crates. We have to get these copies of SARS-21 shipped today. I don't care what you do with those copies of SARS-8. They're of no use anymore. Management use only statements have been replaced by prepared financial statements.
Hand, this information is critical to the galaxy. Preparation is considered a non-ad-test service, and thus there's no need to consider independence issues. This will set so many practitioners free.
Free is one word I don't like. And we won't be making a dime off this operation, Princess, unless we can figure out who keeps intercepting our shipments.
Without those shipments, practitioners will be forced to perform compilations at least.
But preparation gives them the freedom to never have a report.
And they never have to worry about who will use them.
Yes, Chewie, even if it's an outside third party.
Hand, I feel a disturbance in the farce. I need to contact my brother, Duke Pencil Pusher.
By the way, where is old Duke these days?
Oh, he's teaching continuing education to the earwax on the planet Endust.
Now try to pay attention. The objective of this new level of service is to simply prepare the financial statements pursuant to the financial framework adopted by management. No, you don't have to learn about the client either. Those are old compilation concepts. You guys are so primitive. Why, yes, the framework does not have to be GAAP. Yes, it could be tax-basis accounting as well. I think you guys are finally getting it. Ooh, I sense the farce. Oh, hey, Laylo. How's it going?
Duke, I need your help. Our shipments of SARS-21 keep getting intercepted. The shipping crates are always found empty and abandoned with graffiti all over them, or sometimes foul language left on the ship's recorders.
I have sensed the dark side in the farce lately.
Duke, I need you to meet me in Hand at tattooing.
Oh, I don't know, Laylo. I have a lot more to teach these earwax.
Duke, you're my only hope.
Wait, I have an idea. Mr. Abrams? Can I borrow those guys? Can you take over for me?
Most curious creatures, Captain.
Well, they certainly do like you, Mr. Spork.
Obviously, earwax are very perceptive creatures.
We've intercepted 3 more shipments, sir.
Excellent. Practitioners will have no way of knowing about the requirement to have a written engagement letter.
Most will assume that none's required on such a low level of service. But you really should clean up your language, Mr. Bola Fett.
I don't care about my language. This is a part of my trap to get my revenge on Hand Sopa and Duke Pencil Pusher. Well, the gang's all here. Now what?
Well, I know we need to at least get an understanding of the financial framework before we prepare financial statements.
Good point, Duke. I'd look pretty stupid preparing GAAP statements when the client wanted aqua.
But what I want to know is who is behind all this?
I should have guessed. Bola Fett.
I see you've gathered once again, but that won't stop me from ensuring that practitioners fail at the performance requirements for preparation.
It's not that difficult, Bola. You simply prepare the statements using information provided by the client.
Trust me, kid, getting the information from the client is a lot harder than it looks.
Then all you have to do is include a disclaimer on each page of the statements.
What about a special purpose framework.
Well, you simply described the framework in the footnotes.
What are your practitioners going to do if there are issues?
Then they can explain those issues to management, and if corrections are needed, explain how to correct them.
Never mind. Without the guidance, they'll still fail. I am on the planet El Camino. Come and get me, you
When did he develop such a potty mouth?
Never mind. I thought he was eaten by a Sarlacc the last time he was here.
Well, that's an interesting story. It turns out that Sarlaccs are clone intolerant.
Duke, I was wondering, are there any documenting requirements for preparation?
Well, of course there are, Lalo. You will need to use the farce to give clear understanding of the work you perform.
This is such a low-level engagement. What could possibly be required?
At a minimum, you will need a copy of the engagement letter and a copy of the financial statement.
Yes, those would be very nice to have every once in a while. I can never find those in our work papers, Han.
It's not my fault.
Whoa! Look in the sky!
Dorothy?
Who's Dorothy?
The Red Eyes will know. I need to seek them for guidance anyway. I'll meet you at El Camino. Darth Vader, Master Toda, I need your help.
Convenient it is that we can appear when dead we are.
So can you enlighten me on the standard?
That we cannot, only ghosts we are.
But we can provide non-authoritative guidance.
So how do I know whether I have been engaged to prepare or simply assist with preparation?
Back to that again? I thought that went away with episode 2.
Use the farce, and know you will.
Bank reconciliations, proposing journal entries and such. These are not preparation, but merely assistance.
Yes, the farce is strong in you.
Hey, all right,
Duke, glad you could join us.
Well, I would have been here earlier, but my ship was covered in snakes.
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
And a bad guy with a bad mouth.
So what if I do have a bad mouth? I'm a clone and I can do what I want.
Not anymore, Bola Fat.
What if you get your wish and they do prepare your financial statements?
Then both the users and the clients will be happy.
But how will the users know there's no assurance? Ha 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 ha! No! Duke, use the farce language.
Of course! No assurance is given on these statements.
CPA!
You will no longer deny the professionals the freedom of SSARS 21.
Duke, you did it, kid. I'm gonna kinda miss old Bola Fat.
But I'm not gonna miss that obscene mouth of his.
I'm afraid you're under arrest.
You can't arrest him. He just saved us from the bad guy. That's no crime.
That's not what he's in trouble for.
Then what's the charge, officer?
Making an obscene clone fall.
See, he did shoot first.